I think that it's really important that we're working to bring the awareness of breastfeeding through art, because art has a really abstract and powerful way of showing social issues that are going on.
I was drawn to this project primarily because I am an artist and I work with natural materials. So when I heard it was a call for breastfeeding, I thought this would be a really neat project to see what would come about of mixing that topic and these natural materials.
We're using tools I've never used before, like blow torches and painting on wood.
The project itself is 3 parts. So the first part was working with high school youth around the topic of breastfeeding within the social and environmental context. The second part is the workshop itself right now with teenagers. And then the third part is a piece that I'm making, a personal piece that's going to be included in the Art Expo.
My primary interest in being involved in this project was the fact that it involved youth. And breastfeeding, of course, as a mum and a healthcare provider, is close to my heart. So it was interesting to be with a group of young, primarily women, to talk about how women who breastfeed, experience that in the community, what our cultural attitudes are towards that.
I think when working with youth, it's important to bring a bunch of different lenses when talking about breastfeeding. I think that can help them kind of place breastfeeding as something bigger than just a mom feeding their baby.
I'm hoping it raises awareness and maybe also brings people into art, and vice versa, like people like me who is here for the art is hearing more about the breastfeeding aspect of it.
I would like the public to know, with this Art Expo touring the interior, that breastfeeding is normal. I'd like to just get it out there in society and have people come to the Art Expo and realize, yeah, this is a normal thing to do. What stood out for me with the pieces was they all had their own original style. So the pieces that stood out particularly for me, I think, were the pieces that they drew themselves, and some of the words that they came up with and how they placed that within the imagery. I was pleasantly surprised with the teenagers and the honesty that they brought to the painting process. And they've come to me since and said that they just really enjoyed the method of encaustic, and even the topic itself, they want to get back at the medium and paint some more. I hope that people will come to the Art Expo and think about breastfeeding within the larger context of it being a normal subject, a traditional subject, something that we don't need to hide from, and that really ultimately it is a woman's choice.